By far the most popular Instant Pot videos that I have ever posted are the ones where I cook a whole chicken in the Instant Pot. So as soon as I got the Mealthy CrispLid, I knew that I was going to have to try a whole chicken cooked in the Instant Pot and then crisped up with the CrispLid. This chicken is almost 5 pounds, and the rule of thumb for cooking a whole chicken in the Instant Pot is 6 minutes per pound if it is thawed and 10 minutes per pound if it is still frozen. So I'm going to go with 5 pounds on this one. 5 times 6 is 30. 30-minute cook time on high pressure. So since I'm going to be using the CrispLid to crisp it at the end, I'm not going to brown the skin beforehand. I'm just going to throw it in the Instant Pot on top of the trivet with its spices and half a cup of broth and let it cook, and then the crisping will be done at the end. I'm using my favorite chicken spice rub, and I will put all the measurements on the screen as well as in the description below, so you can take a screenshot or look down below for the measurements. I'm using salt, black pepper, smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and thyme. And I'm just gonna cover the chicken in the spices. I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of broth to the bottom of the Instant Pot. The chicken releases a lot of liquid naturally, so you don't need to add a lot of liquid to get started. 1/2 cup is plenty to get it going and get it up to pressure. I am using my 6-quart Duo Instant Pot today, but you could also use an 8-quart, and that both the 6-quart and the 8-quart will fit the Mealthy CrispLid. Now it's time to lock the lid and set the steam release valve to the sealing position. Going to cook this on pressure cook high. Make sure it's on high pressure. And I'm going to go up to 30 minutes, and I will let it naturally release pressure for 5 minutes before I open the lid once the cook time is finished. Cook time finished and pressure released naturally for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to quick release the rest of the pressure and open it up. Now the tricky part of this is going to be getting the chicken out, draining the liquid, and then getting the chicken back in order to get it crisped up. But I have my trivet with handles here, so I think I might be able to get it out without too much trouble. Oop, and my wings falling off. That's typical. Now I'm going to use this strainer and strain the liquid in the bottom because I am going to save that to cook rice in, which is delicious. There's so much flavor in the liquid that you don't want to miss out on, but you do want to strain it just to make sure there aren't any chunks of bone or something that have fallen off the chicken. Now the Mealthy CrispLid does come with a trivet with tall legs and a basket to cook food in, but with how big this chicken is, it's not going to fit with that tall trivet, so I'm just leaving it on the trivet that comes with the Instant Pot. Gonna unplug the Instant Pot and plug in the CrispLid. Putting the handle down allows me to use the controls. I'm going to throw the wings in here because I want them to get crisped up too. They just both fell off. Ah. Put it down there. I think I'm going to leave it at 475, and I'm going to put the... I'll keep it at 8 minutes and 475, and we'll be checking it and see how long it actually takes. I'll give you a full time at the end. This is my first time doing this. You're doing it with me. Press and start. There it goes. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes, and you can see that it's sizzling in there, getting crispy. It's looking good and it's smelling good too. Let's see what it looks like after 8 minutes. Ooh, I can hear it. It looks delicious. I think that's as crispy as I would want it. 8 minutes, 475 worked out just fine. Let's pull it out here. my wings didn't end up getting very crispy because they weren't close enough to the top, I don't think. So there you have an Instant Pot chicken, then crisped with the CrispLid. It worked pretty well. You do still have to transfer it in and out in order to get the liquid out, but it's easier, I think, than transferring it to the oven to broil. With the broil in the oven, I often have to watch it really closely to make sure it doesn't burn. This crisped up just perfectly, and I didn't have to worry about it. All in all, I think it is a win for the CrispLid. Now quickly, I want to tell you about the rice that I make at the end with the leftover liquid from the chicken. If you roast a chicken in the oven, you don't get this beautiful liquid like you do in the Instant Pot. It just traps it all and keeps it all. And so you can make an amazing rice dish at the end. It's important to measure how much liquid you have, so dumping it out into a measuring cup works well. I have about 2 cups of liquid, and typically I do a 1-to-1 ratio of water to rice when I'm cooking rice in the Instant Pot, at least jasmine rice. But I found with the broth that you actually need a little bit more liquid to rice. So for 2 cups of liquid, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of jasmine rice. You don't need to add any salt because there's plenty of salt and spices in the liquid already from the chicken. Set the pressure valve to the sealing position, and the cook time is high pressure for 8 minutes. Then I'm going to let the pressure release naturally for 5 to 10 minutes and open it up. Oh, the crispy skin, is that your favorite? Oh, you're a smart man. You like it? It looks like you might like it. Do you give it some thumbs up? How many thumbs up? Mmm. Mmm. More? Okay, we'll get you more. You hungry, man?